All right. This is Anthony with Where's My Cash Flow, helping you manage your money more effectively. If you need help managing your money because you don't have enough money at the end of the month, look at this video's description, click on the link, and get your audit so that you can be in a better position for the remainder of the year. All right, so I got another video with Kevin Samuels talking about money and business, and this one really is important, really hits home for people that don't understand it yet. Maybe you probably already know what he's going to say, or you already agree with what he's going to say. But as always, let me your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to go ahead, get this plan. Let's go.
We're talking about people who are getting money in chunks, 10% increases. And here, who are the people that do this? People who are in sales, who can control their income, and people who are in professional standpoints. You don't get rich working for somebody else. Let me dispel you right this. And you don't get rich as an employee. You don't get rich as an employee. You make other people rich. The deal is, as an employee, you exchange your time, skill set, and expertise in exchange for their systems, their security, and their exposure. And if you were smart, you will go in and negotiate the highest money you could get and go in and learn the most you can about the business of what you do, and then leave and do it for yourself. You don't get rich as an employee.
All right, so I think that one is pretty clear where obviously if you want to, I mean, it depends on which career you're talking about, but he's talking about it in general. So if you're like an athlete or something like that, then obviously you're gonna have a lot of money, or well-paid doctor or surgeon or whatever. You're obviously gonna make a lot of money. In this situation, he brought up something that I remember hearing about. It was a particular Asian group, I guess Asians in general, but this is what someone told me, that a lot of I can't remember which part of Asia. It might have been South, maybe it was Korean. I can't remember. But basically, what they said, a lot of them, what they do is they go, so they get over to America. So maybe a student visa or whatever, however, whatever they use, they get over to America and they work a job. They work pretty much any job in an industry that they're actually interested in. And they'll work that job for 5 years, learning pretty much every position of that company. So they'll stay there, they'll pay attention, they'll work they'll understand every position of that company, and then in 5 years they'll leave, and then they'll start their own business. Just like what he's saying, if you're smart, you'll learn everything. I wish I would have done this before I left my job to start my first company, where I should, like, I didn't, it was a first company, not really thinking about a lot of this deep stuff. But if I went back in time, I would have really paid attention to all their systems, like Kevin just said, all the systems that they used at work, HR, just the logistics, like just how everything just comes together, because they already have a proven system where they can employ people and give them thousands of dollars a year. It's good to observe that. So this part, what he's saying is twofold. So if you're an employee or you're trying to increase your earning potential, rather than just always cutting the expenses, but if you're trying to increase your earning potential, and let's just say you enjoy the work that you're doing with the company, learn as much as the company, not just your own position. Learn other steps. Ask the manager or the person in charge, hey, I have an interest in this part of the company. Can I have an opportunity to kind of like volunteer or do something over there? You're taking initiative, and they're going to look at that like, oh, this person is serious. I'm going to keep my eye on them. And then, you go on from that. If you don't like the job that you're in, the company that you're in, you just don't like the work, then what I would recommend is go on Indeed or wherever you can find listings, job listings, and don't focus so much on how much they're paying. Focus on, as far as what you want to do in the future. It always starts with what exactly do you want, what gives you fulfillment. So look at what you want to do in the future, and then start finding jobs that are similar, that can give you some type of insight on how that type of industry is, because maybe you don't know, you're curious about it, find a job in that, and then you can work it. Let's just say it's an industry that you really care about. Even if it's a lower paying job, sometimes you got to make the sacrifice now so that you can live how no one else can later. So hey, take the lower paying job. The whole point is you're trying to build a skill set, learn everything, because the company is already working. They have enough money where they can pay you a salary, even if it's smaller than what you want. Hey, it's still thousands of dollars a year that they're able to pay someone because they make enough so that they can hire you. So learn everything you can, and then you take that after a good amount of years. If you really feel comfortable, maybe like at least 2.5, 3, then you can branch out and do your own thing. And you already like know what systems work, where it needs improvement, and then you just go on with how you doing it. Now, what if you do that and you're that company that that you just started, and now you're in a position where you need to hire people. If you want quality people, you need to be that business that you left. Meaning you need to have your systems in place, you have to have everything in order, and be a place where people will want to stay and give their all to you because you was once in that position. This is just capitalism. This is how you grow. This is how you really make businesses grow beyond the solopreneur field, where it's like, okay, because you're fresh out of a company that was doing it right, now you're doing it. Hey, this is where you can actually start to make moves and then grow from there. So I really like what he was saying in this, where obviously you can't get rich by working for someone else. You're making the other person rich, but you can get rich later if you pay attention and focus on what skills that you're building, even if it's not in the industry that you actually want to be in. There's always going to be some good skills that you can develop, like speaking skills or liaison, knowing how to talk to a founder, CEO, manager, knowing how to do a little management, like whatever it is. Like you go in it with a focus of, okay, look, I need more money. I want to make my 10K a month net or gross or whatever. Okay, so if I'm in this position, I'm in this job, I'm not going to make it at this job. So what skills can I pull out so that whatever I do next, if I get another job or if I work for myself, I can make the level of income that I want. If you think like that, then the job isn't so bad or it's not so annoying. You going in there with a purpose, knowing that, hey, I'm not going to be here for long, but I'm going to soak up all this information that's here, and then I'm going to apply it to my next career path, and then boom, I'm going to make it. So yeah, 10K is always nice, especially in America. It might not be necessary, but hey, 10K is a nice round number. It's, you already know you're making 120, and then net you're probably gonna be making, if it's net, uh, maybe like around 90. You'll actually bring in. Yeah, I don't got my phone. I need to get a calculator, but net you're gonna be bringing in probably like around 90. That's still good money, and because you know how to manage your money with my help, you're going to keep that money and continue to grow it. So if you appreciate this information, this video, then definitely like it. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave your comments down below. What do you think about leaving a job and starting a business? How did you do it? If you've already done it, did you take time to understand the systems that were working in your company, or do you just didn't really think about it? You kind of had to figure out things on your own. Let me know. I'd love to hear it. And stay tuned for my next video.